Happy Halloween! So Halloween is such a fun holiday. Most people think about masks for a cat or a ghost or something like that, but I think about skincare masks, of course. And so I thought this would be a perfect day to talk about some of our favorite masks and the bigger topic of why use masks at all. So we're going to talk about skincare masks and the hot topic of multi-masking, which you may have seen about on social media, in the newspapers, and how to multi-mask, why to multi-mask. Let's get going. So let's start out with one of the iconic face masks of all time, the SK-II facial treatment masks, and the idea of sheet masking. So this is a Japanese product that has really a cult following, and I know that may sound like hyped up. I mean, how can skincare have a cult following? But this is a product that was developed in Japan where skincare is really ritualistic and people take multiple steps in their regimen, and sheet masks really took hold and have now become a worldwide phenomenon. And in Korea, sheet masking is something that some people really do every day as part of their regimen. So in Japan, sake is something that is enjoyed with meals. It's a rice fermented wine, and it was noted that the workers in the breweries who had their hands in the fermenting rice mixture had pretty youthful hands, so fewer brown spots, smoother texture, and the SK-II company isolated something that they call pitera, and it's an extract from this sake fermentation. And there's a helicopter flying over. It's almost funny that we film this. This happens every time. Sorry about this. So in this extract, there is a mixture of vitamins and minerals that seems to absorb into our skin very readily, and it really hydrates the skin. Additionally, it promotes cellular turnover. So if you're sensitive to retinols or glycolics or other ingredients that can do that, pitera can be a great ingredient to add into your regimen because it doesn't promote irritation in the way that some of these other ingredients can. Now, the reason that this mask has such a devoted following around the world, and the reason that Procter & Gamble ended up buying SK-II for an enormous sum of money, is that this mask hydrates the skin in ways that are really incredible. So if you've been flying, traveling, you have a big party, and you want to plump up your skin dramatically by super hydrating it, this sheet mask fits on top of your skin. You can leave it on for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and if your skin is dry, meaning it has been in dry air, not humid air, your skin will just suck the hydration out of this mask, and the mask kind of dries out like a potato chip. And I myself can attest to that. So makeup artists love to use this before big events, and you yourself can use this at home. In warm weather, it's nice to chill it. In warm weather, it's nice to chill it, but in cold weather, it's nice actually to warm it up. So I'll put it in a dish of warm water and then use it warm. And then they have an eye version, so as we get into the idea of multi-masking, if you aren't dehydrated, in fact, if you have maybe oily or breakout prone skin, as we'll talk about with some of these other products, you can just use the eye area mask just on the under eye. Oops, there goes this one. And that area can still be dehydrated even if the rest of your skin is oilier, because our eye area has a very low density of oil glands. So even oilier skin may still be dehydrated around the eyes. So you can multi-mask and use an eye mask on part of your face and an acne control mask on other areas. One makeup artist trick, Enrique, because our makeup artist has lots of great tricks, is if you're doing maybe a smoky eye at home and you don't have the benefit of that professional hand where you're not going to have a lot of fallout, you can put an eye mask under your eyes to catch that eyeshadow fallout instead of using that older trick, which was to put a ton of powder under the eyes to catch fallout, because that can be really drying. So if you use a hydrating eye mask, those patches will catch the fallout, and then when you take it off, your under eye is hydrated and you don't have all the smoky shadow. So if you're going out tonight for a Halloween party and you're doing some kind of cat eye, maybe try an eye mask instead of all that powder under your eye. So these SK-II products are hydrating, meaning they add water to the skin. Another type of hydrating product falls into the category of a sleep mask. So now we're getting really into it here with the masks. These are sheet masks, so you put them on, take them off. You're not going to go into public with a sheet mask on, unless tonight that's part of your costume, because it's a little scary looking to have these sheet masks on. This is the Audacité Deep Hydration Mask. It is a cream mask. It's invisible. So if you're on a plane, let's say, and you want to use something hydrating because the air is so dry, because hydration means water, adding water back to the skin, a cream formulation mask like that is invisible, so you can put it on, leave it on, and sit next to someone on the plane and maybe not freak them out by just having a sheet mask on. So this is a preservative-free formulation from Audacité. They're out in LA and they make their skincare fresh. So it's really great for sensitive skin, but you can leave it on half an hour, and then tissue the excess off. You can even sleep in this formulation. Sleep masks also are a trend coming over from Asia. They're very, very popular, but this is a nice multifunctional product because you can use it as an intensive treatment versus a leave-on. And in general with masks, the idea is that they're giving you an intensity of treatment which is designed as a burst, as an infusion of active ingredient, more so than something you'd leave on overnight. But now they're more and more hybrid products, so it's something you can do for 30 minutes or you can leave on, because we're finding that people want that multifunctionality. So this is a nice multifunctional one. Moving from hydration into moisture. Hydration refers to water, moisture refers to oil. This is May Lindstrom's Blue Cocoon, and this is basically a facial oil in solid form. So if you have skin that is dry and needs oil as opposed to dehydrated and needs water, you can put a thicker layer of this balm on your skin, leave it on for 10, 15, 30 minutes, and then cleanse. Before a big event, you'll have a lot of moisture in your skin. But it also is a product you could leave on overnight. So it's another multifunctional mask where you can use it as an overnight treatment or a mask. So moisture versus hydration. The idea of multi-masking, going back into that, if you have areas that are dry versus oily, you could use that on your cheeks or around your eyes, and then use a product designed for dehydrated areas like the Audacité Deep Hydration, or for oilier areas, as we're going to get into, on different areas of the face. So multi-masking is a little more involved, but can be great if your skin is acting differently in different areas. Now going into clay masks. And clay masks have been around for a long time. Clay is a great ingredient to draw things out of your pores. It sort of has a wicking action. And May Lindstrom has a product called the Honey Mud that uses clays and raw honey and actually colloidal silver to help draw impurities, if you will, out of the pores. And skin naturally has mechanisms to help itself turn over, but sometimes that process can be a little bit sluggish, and clay masks are great to help the skin enhance that functionality. And you want to apply this one to dry skin, leave it on for about 15 minutes, sometimes even longer if you have the time at home. But what's nice about that mask is you can use it as a cleanser on damp skin or a mask on dry skin. And again, this is responding to people's interest in having multifunctional products. We all are busy and we all are making targeted investments in skincare, and I really like products that can be used in more than one way. So this clay mask doesn't have any acids. It's a more natural product, preservative-free, fragrance-free, great for sensitive skin. Natura Bissay's Stabilizing Cleansing Mask is another clay product that can also be used as a cleanser or a mask. It has that multifunctional design, but this has some acid in it. This has a beta-hydroxy salicylic acid. So if you are more acne prone and you're not pregnant or breastfeeding, because it's a beta-hydroxy acid, this has a great kind of vacuum cleaner action on the pores because you get kaolin clay and salicylic acid. So if you have, let's say, maybe some blackheads around the nose or middle part of the face, you could use a multi-mask strategy, use this in the middle and use a different kind of mask, maybe the Honey Mud that doesn't have the beta-hydroxy acid on other areas. So some multi-masking tips. So now we're going to go into two more types of masks here. Retinol masks. These are really exciting for people who are not tolerant of retinols traditionally, if they make you red or peely, because short contact therapy with retinols, which means put it on your skin and then cleanse after 20 minutes or so, have been very popular in Europe for many years. And here in the US, sometimes we take the approach of being a little more punishing with our skin and wanting more aggressive formulations, whereas in Europe there has been more of a trend of gentler, less inflammatory approaches to skincare. I am very much on board with that approach because sometimes less is more, and we can still get to the same endpoint with being a little gentler on our skin. So this Verso Intense Facial Mask, which is from Stockholm, is a great sheet mask. So it's a similar kind of visual to the SK2. You put it on as a sheet mask, but this has retinol. So if you want to get a retinol into your regimen, but you're having a hard time finding a formulation that doesn't irritate your skin, this is a great way to get this in, maybe twice a week, 20 minutes, and then you remove, cleanse your skin, and put on moisturizer. The Natura Bissay from Barcelona, Spain Diamond Extreme Mask is another European retinol formulation that can be used as short contact. One nice option with this is that you can work your way into it. As your skin gets used to it, you could start with a 20-minute treatment and then start leaving it on overnight as a sleep mask as your skin acclimates to the retinol. Very hydrating formulation, has hyaluronic acid, and is designed to be layered over another oil, their Diamond Extreme oil, as you start to leave it on overnight. So these are great retinols, and I love a mask formulation as your skin gets used to it. So final product, sorry, a little bit of noise here in the background. This is Ren's Glycolactic Radiance Renewal Mask. And this is a mix of enzymes that dissolve dead skin cells and alpha hydroxy acids, both glycolic and lactic. So if you want a really rapid skin smoothing treatment, this is from the UK, and this is a wonderful mask to use just to get really smooth, bright skin in a flash. And I love the experience of it because they have great citrus enzymes in it. So if you use this in the shower, your whole shower kind of smells of citrus, and the enzymes that are in it immediately dissolves dead skin cells, so you get that instant gratification of having really nice, smooth skin. So I love noise in the background here. And in terms of long-term benefit, the lactic acid and glycolic acid are great for collagen stimulation and evening out uneven pigmentation. So if you wanted to multi-mask with this product, you could use this on areas where you have sunspots, some fine lines and wrinkles, and then use a beta hydroxy product like the Naturvise in areas where you're more breakout prone, or use a hydrating mask in areas where you feel more dehydrated. So tonight on Halloween, maybe you are wearing a cat mask or a ghost mask, but maybe you'll do a little skincare mask too. So if you have any additional questions, please feel free to add one in the comments. We're always happy to answer them, or give us an email or call the boutique. We will add links to these products below, and they're all shoppable on our Shop Now link on Facebook and on our website. And I think we'll do another one before the holidays, let you guys know about some of the fun new products coming out for holiday. But of course, we're happy to take your suggestions about our next video and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye and happy Halloween.